Hello everyone, today it's time for a new video. And in front of us here is a aftermarket SOX bulb, which isn't a lamp produced by Philips, but one produced in China. Basically Philips quit making low pressure sodium bulb in 2019, and since then various less known brands have tried to create their own SOX bulb. For example, the brand Bailey has a SOX bulb as well. But the lamp in front of us here is actually a very tricky one, because you might really expect this to be a Philips bulb, because the name itself is actually written on it, which if the camera wants to focus on it, you can kind of tell Philips, even done in the same font. But there's some slight differences between a regular 18 watt low pressure sodium by Philips. Here we have an actual Philips 18 watt SOX bulb, and what you might notice is that the China version is a bit shorter. You can also see that the base of the bulb is red, where Philips always had black bases for their 18 watt SOX, at least the newer versions. And if we're going to look in a bit more detail, we can actually see that the font here is different as well compared to the top bulb. And also that the base here looks a lot cheaper on the China version instead of the Philips version, where the tin parts are actually placed correctly with the Philips ones, and these are just kind of, it looked way worse. And also the Philips bulb has a bit more weight to it compared to the cheaper China version. We replaced the China bulb in the project from a few streetlight videos ago, in the last streetlight vlog, and to be honest I can't really tell much about their lifetime. I don't really expect them to be too long, and I don't really know whenever this bulb was installed. This one still looks in a pretty decent condition, but I think it might be interesting to actually turn the bulb on so we can see some differences. I do have one installed here in this Philips XTC lantern, and let's turn it on to see some differences. The ballast of this one is quite noisy at times, but it does work pretty fine, just like a regular low pressure sodium. The camera makes it flicker a bit more than it actually does in reality. But one thing that I find to be very strange is that the company can actually, or is actually like allowed to put the Philips name and everything on the bulb itself. I don't really think that's legal, at least not in Europe. And these actually still go for a very decent price. They're like 30 euros or something. But I really do doubt if they actually last the lifetime that a regular Philips bulb lasts. I don't really know why this bulb flickers so much on the camera. Might have to do with the light color or something is a bit different, I'm not too sure. The regular low pressure sodium bulb doesn't really do that as much. It does take a fair amount for this thing to warm up. It's like been 6 minutes or something now. For me it's fine. I very much like the early stages of the low pressure sodium light, like whenever it's still pink. One thing that I'm also noticing is that the tube at the end, where the sodium is a lot brighter than the tube up front. It's been like 15 more minutes and the bulb is fully warmed up, just like it actually should. There's also just a great brightness coming from it, very similar to a regular 18 watts, which they definitely done that right. As I said before, I'm not sure about the lifetime of these things. But if you have any experience, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks a lot for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video.